Oh, hello everyone. This is Apex Predator, and I'm sorry for not doing a lot. But if anyone actually sees this, just know that I've actually just been waiting for someone to comment or do something about the choice between the Bull Cipher Kirishima ship. So if you're going to watch that, please do and at least comment something, because if not, I might as well just not do the Melissa ship. So, last time, last time on Black Clover Deku. Deku got the rest of the visions and everything, knows a whole bunch of stuff about the My Hero Academia world thanks to the Dimension Slash. And then the enormous being came over, told him about how when he gets there, he's going to be in his, I think, like I'm not sure how old was he, like 1-2 year old self, and he's gonna live from there, having the exact same powers, but just a different, think of it like MMO Avatar, like switching between the two different things, just going into a different avatar, basically. But anyway, he learns about that, and when we left off, the enormous being tampered with Deku's grimoire. And that is because I'm just adding a devil, into his book. And now this is when we get a little more information about the enormous being, because he implanted a shadow demon that uses gravity magic, basically. That's what I'm gonna say for now. But the transformation hadn't been activated yet, as Deku is now with Yami and Vanessa, and they are thinking what just happened, as they are made to think that to not think much about it, basically. So they carry on with their day, going back in. The next day, when Deku goes to bed, he gets a weird, strange feeling that he only got from Asta when he uses his black form, as Deku gets an image of I'm just coming up with the name just so I can. Okay, yeah. I spent a good 5 minutes or whatever, how long. Colerfadin. That is the name of the demon, the devil, that is inside the grimoire, but it is not active, so there's still 4 leaves on the book. So for now, the one in like the latest episodes of Black Clover, the one on the enemy side, that's like the usual in anime thing. But Colerfadin is one of a select few of powerful shadow gravity demons within the anonymous beings. How would I say this? In his service, basically. And he gives not Asta, Deku, Colerfadin, which is going to be basically his guide in everything. So, then we cut to Deku waking up in a cold sweat, obviously, right next to Vanessa's. Vanessa's starting to wake up. And she rubs her eyes and says, "What's up, Izuku? Are you doing okay?" As Izuku or Deku, I'm just gonna call him Deku, but whatever. So, Deku says, "Yeah, I'm fine, but I have to talk to Asta. When do you think he's gonna get back here? I need to talk to him." As Asta is currently out with Rebecca, and Vanessa thinks to herself, maybe the I don't know her title, the Queen of Witches, the Witch Queen, whatever. Maybe she knows, but then she tries to not think about her, because if you've watched, you've seen her past with her mother, I guess. So she just gets up and starts going downstairs, as Deku is looking at his hands, thinking to himself, "Colerfadin? Is this what that guy tried to give me or tamper with my grimoire about? Nah, it's nothing. I guess I'll just get back to living life." As he gets up and he goes downstairs to see Vanessa talking to Magna, as Magna says, "Yo, Izuku, it's good to see you. I was wondering if you want to train." As Deku says, "Sure. But do you know when Asta's getting back here?" Yeah. Last time I checked, speak of the devil." As pun intended, Deku laughs, and Asta laughs walking into the building. So, he says, yeah, I'm here." As Deku walks up to him and grabs him and walks out. "Darn it, dogs, are you really gonna do this to me? Really? Can you calm down?" No. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but my dogs are barking for some reason. Anyway, so Asta just asked, "Yo, what do you want to talk about?" "I want to talk about the presence of your demon. Does it feel like there's a second person in your head?" "Sometimes, yeah." "Okay, sorry. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, I'm recording. So, Deku tells him about his weird dream and the presence of someone being inside his head. Asta grows concerned, and I think we have to talk to the Wizard King about this. He might know something. As Vanessa is sitting by the window, overhearing the conversation, as she shouldn't really be doing this to her own boyfriend, but, stuff happens. So, she just thinks of it, and for her boyfriend, she might actually go and talk to her mother about it. As she clenches her fist, and says, "Darn it, why do I have to rely on that witch?" Well, she is a witch, and I'm also a witch, but uh, figuratively speaking, she stands up, not trying not to think about it, puts it to the back of her head, and walks to. Well, wait, when did they find out about Henry? Jesus, I don't know. Let's just say they found him. Okay, so she walks to Henry's room and, well, to talk to her as she feels the mana draining from her body slightly as she wants to talk to him. And I'm gonna say the conversation anyway. Henry? Henry replies, "Yes? Do you need something?" Vanessa replies, "Yes. So I was wondering, is your time with your previous family, have you ever heard of a second voice or an entity within someone?" I don't even know if Henry is that smart of a guy, because he was literally abandoned in the house, never to be found. But anyway, he says, "I have heard of something, but long time ago, in storybooks," he mutters, as he says, "I'm not sure. Go ask Yami." As she says thanks and walks to Yami, Yami greets her, and she asks the same question. Yami says, "Well, we might have to, can't speak. We might have to take a trip to someone who knows a lot, but I'm not sure who. This second voice Izuku's talking about, I'm not quite sure what it is or what it might be. Maybe the Wizard King knows. Maybe the Queen of the Witch's Forest knows." As Vanessa clenches her fist, as we now cut to Asta actually running into his master, or the guy that trained him how to use a sword back then. He also trained Izuku, Deku, how to use a sword as well, but he just learned that for combat skills. So what happens is they meet up with him and they're talking, and basically Deku gets pulled out of the situation to talk to Vanessa about the second voice and Colerfadin. So she gets the full details of what's going on, as Asta does what he does in canon, and he doesn't get injured or anything, but he saves them and gets his master's fiance out of there. As Vanessa thinks to herself, "Fine, I'll rely on her just this once. It's a real pain just even thinking about going back." As she thinks to herself, She then talks out loud to Deku and says, "We can go to my mother, the queen of the witch's forest." As Deku widens his eyes, "Are you sure?" She says, "Of course I'm sure. If she knows anything, it's a good opportunity." "Really, buddy? Really? I just got you to shut up." Forget it. I'm really gonna sucker punch my dogs, to be honest. Oh, can't stay mad at them. Anyway, so they get the idea and talk to the rest of the squad about it. As Asta, his teacher, and their fiance, Deku, Vanessa, I'm pretty sure it's just, no, everyone came actually. Yeah, I remember that now. Just wait one. Okay, back to the story. So, everyone decided besides Yami, because he had something to do. I don't know what. But yeah, they all go to the Witch's Forest, the original gang, plus Deku. So, they reach there and they get in using the exact same thing everyone else did, besides with the extra person of Vanessa. Getting cloaked and going into the witch's forest. They finally reach there. They continue and they finally get to their destination. Same stuff that happens in canon, with the extra 2 people who are with the gang. They're face to face with the Queen of the Witch's Forest, as Vanessa is clenching her fist, trying not to slit the bitch's throat. Sorry. But anyway, so Deku goes forward and says, "Do you know anything about the devils?" As she widens her eyes, "And you know about the devils?" "Yes. Asta has a devil." As everyone else in the room were shocked, as Asta walks forward and reveals his Black Asta form. As Deku states that he has not negative energy, has he's all about the positive energy, bro. He has anti-magic. So she's curious and not knowing exactly how things will go, she decides to openly tamper with the grimoire and basically awakening Colerfadin, who immediately awakens and comes forth right in front of Midoriya. It's not the normal devils in actual Black Clover. He's more of like a summon type thing from a different world, because Anomalous Being is multiversal power, basically. So what he does is, geez, someone's coming home. Anyway, so he tries to get the queen of the witch's forest, tries to get some control and force him to her will, but Colerfadin realizes this, comes out and has his hand over her throat as he looks like a basically think of Serban. I don't know. Think of that one butler from Demon Lord. No, not Demon Lord. Jeez, a lot of Demon Lords. Overlord. That guy. But with no beard and more of a livelier look to him. As he's also a bit stronger than him. So, yeah. So he has his hand around her throat. Do not try and control him. If you try that, I will kill you. No matter who you are, I am stronger. As he has that type of complex. I'm not sure if it's it's a superiority complex. Definitely superiority complex. As everyone sees this and is scared, because, I don't know, they're scared. As Deku says she was going to try and control me, of course. She's a witch. She wants to have power reserved to her and her alone, so she may protect the forest. I will not allow you or me to be controlled. As we've seen the other actual Black Clover Gravity Devil, he has body and gravity. But this is a controversy of some sorts, as Colerfadin has magic of gravity and mind. So, yeah. So, anyway. Colerfadin lets go of the queen and disappears. And inside Deku's head, is I've been giving orders from the anonymous being to help you in your venture. Your body can only handle about 25 to 30% of my true power, or to this world's standards of devils in this world. Anyway, as they have a small chat about how things go, and Deku opens his eyes and, yeah, we need to go. As the queen senses something and a large explosion happens. The forest is being attacked by two forces, the Diamond Kingdom and the Eye of the Midnight Sun. As they go out and start fighting. Asta's master and his fiancée, along with Magna and Ghosh. Ghosh. Yeah, those guys. Sorry. So, those guys are fending off the Diamond Kingdom as Asta, Luck, Vanessa, and Deku, along with the slight help of the Queen, take on the Eye of the Midnight Sun. defeating the minions and leaving, well, 3 people. The wait, what? Wait, stop. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. So, Fauna, Mars, and Lodris, I think that's how you say his name, are all that's really left. Everyone is defeated and on one single battleground. As nothing like the original plot doesn't happen. Mars is still part bad guy, and Fauna is still enraged with Lodris just being there. Deku, seeing 2 of them on one side of the battlefield and Fauna on the other. As Asta says, I have no idea how we're gonna do this, dude. As Deku looks at Asta and says, okay, I'll do this one time for us. You take down Fauna on this side of the battlefield. I'll take down the other 2. As Asta looks at him, and if anything, just keep her busy. I'll try and help you. As Asta rushes in and stalls Fauna, with some of the others putting in their help, as Vanessa gains the magic ability of Fate, the tiny little cat. So, Asta uses his Black Asta form, knowing that he can probably last about 30 minutes of pure fighting thanks to Deku's training. So, shut up, plane. Sorry, guys. So, Deku looks at the 2, and in an instant, he uses his warp, gravity warp, as he's right in front of Lodris, as he uses his reversal magic, and punches Lodris in the face, sending him flying, knocking him out temporarily for the battle. And something weird happens as Mars is preparing to bring down a sword strike upon him. His grimoire opens up, and what we see is Colerfadin appears, and the book has 5 leaves on it. The 5-leaf clover. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So, the 5-leaf clover. Officially making it a devil-possessed grimoire. As Colerfadin has his hand blocking the sword coming down, as he's using gravity magic to reverse the gravity, to make gravity switched the opposite way, and 5 times gravity on the sword. As Deku just looks at this, and we cut back to when Deku and Colerfadin were talking. So, how do you work exactly? Well, I can come out anytime I want. Perk of being one of the subjects of the anonymous being. As he told me to refer to him while I'm with you. And I can come out whenever I want, and you can be possessed by me, which is what Asta does with his anti-magic demon. Okay, so that's how that works. So, and yes, you will be a lot stronger, but the strain is a lot worse than Asta's, because I'm a lot stronger, and you are a lot stronger than Asta. He could probably take about 2 to even 5% of my true power, but you have the potential, infinite potential for yourself if you keep training. Basically like Goku, but not like Goku, because that guy is overpowered. Yeah, so Deku just gets out of the flashback, and Deku just gets possessed. Well, not gets possessed, but uses the possession ability as the as the black surface of his skin. Well, I don't know what you would call the black thing that comes onto Asta when he's in his black form. But his skin turns black from the head down all the way to the collarbone, and the black skin-looking stuff goes down his back onto his spine, as lines appear going down his arms as well as his legs. He gets the sense of power and mental willpower to go forward, going forward through the pain that he's feeling, taking on about 25% of Colerfadin's power, as he uses a telepathy spell to get into Mars's head and talks to him, as he is still in that state where I don't really want to fight you, but I have to. It's my mission. As Deku, while fighting physically with Mars, is having a conversation through their minds, Izuku finally getting through to him. You do not need to fight. It is unnecessary for you to fight me anymore. You know I will win. Instead, why don't you just join me? Let's help Fauna. You know that is her behind us in that other battle that Asta's stalling for us, correct? As Mars stops, as he thinks about it, it's like, how do you know about the past? My past with Fauna? Are you seriously asking me this? We're having a brain-to-brain conversation here. I can read your mind. I know your past. You've had it rough. You've had a kill. No one should have to kill that young. So I'm giving you an opportunity here. You can join me and stay away from the Diamond Kingdom's rule. And you can save Fauna. Let's just hope she's not too far gone. As I read her thoughts, and she's being possessed by an elf. I know their whole past now. As he goes on to being one of the characters that knows everything and can do anything, but not with that much power. slightly. As Deku takes on 30% and changes his will to fight him into trying to save Fauna. And changes his will to, instead of fighting him, help Fauna. Sorry, if you got the cut there, that was just my phone turning off. How long I've been going on about this? Jesus. Yeah, so let's carry on. As he stops and just looks at the stalled battle, as they both look at each other and mentally they say a little bit of a conversation and let's do this type thing. As both Deku, Asta, and Mars are running up to Fauna, trying to get into her head, as Mars and Fauna are talking mentally due to the mental link that Deku put up for them, as the elf is slowly losing her power and control over Fauna's body, as she is no longer part of Fauna. And Fauna finally just gives up and thinks to herself, what have I been doing? And they basically have a warm-hearted, touching moment. And they hear a bang as forgot his name. Lodren? Drogon? I don't know his name. Yeah, but the guy that got temporarily knocked out. So he lands in front of them as everyone there is getting healed up. Well, resting. As they stand up. And with the power of the mind part of the mind magic that Colerfadin has given to Izuku, they all talk slightly and they nod and do a full-on assault on the guy, and he just is laying there burnt, slashed and crushed, basically. That's all I can say about it. As he absorbed all of the attacks, as Deku just walks up. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he walks up to the guy and says, "You're done for." As Asta's teacher runs up and tries to have a heart-to-heart with him, as I don't know his name, neither of them their names. It's been a while since I've even seen Black Clover, little. Yeah. So they talk to each other, and it doesn't work, as he punches Asta's master in the face, sending him flying. Asta catching his master, as Deku just gets fed up. And he just charges up a punch, basically making a black hole within his fist. As no, this isn't the reversal punch, it's a black hole punch, which will suck basically all magic and matter itself as he's punching. As he just gets ready in a fighting stance with both of his fists covered in a black hole. He pushes past 30 and goes to 45% of Colerfadin's power, as as Colerfadin is basically happy that he can control this much with actual sense. Usually people go crazy and mentally die. As Deku looks at the guy looks at him as he charges up a reversal punch from Deku's magic that he used. As they jump, dashing towards each other and punch, as Deku's overwhelming black hole spells that he put onto his fists overwhelm his opponent's reversal punch, as he pushes him back and more back, as his fists break and Deku's fist gets plunged into the guy's chest, as he just gets sucked into the black hole, dying. As Deku looks at his hand and shakes that he just killed someone. He doesn't know exactly how to feel about it, but he thought of it as brutal the way he killed him. But he thinks nothing of it and just walks back to everyone with a saddened look on his face, as all the black markings from Colerfadin's possession fade away. And I'm going to quickly check some. Okay. So everything goes as normal, as the queen doesn't necessarily get control because she never got to inserting her blood magic into Asta's body to control him. Neither did she do that to Izuku. As they have their little moment and they head back. And the next part of this is them just like doing some minor training, but then there's gonna be the festival. As obviously there's another night of Vanessa and Deku. You know what I'm talking about. As I'm going to leave it off here. Gee whiz. I'm sorry if this is late. I'm just waiting for someone to comment about what's gonna happen. So if I don't get anything within the next 2 days, today is Thursday, Friday, then Saturday. So if I don't get anything on Saturday, I'm gonna make the ship Kiri Ochako. Okay, for Bull Cypher 1. So thank you for listening. Have a great day. Be safe. Don't get COVID. You know the drill. Good luck on anything you guys have to do. Be yourselves. Don't try stupid things. And stay safe. I really just want to thank everyone for even just listening to anything I do, to be honest. So yeah. Goodbye.